Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to Hold the Ball, HTB. This video here is about the upcoming Indigenous round, and that is round 11, and I'll give you guys my tips. Alright, so for match 1, we have the Broncos against the Storm in a game that I've dubbed Xavier Coates versus his new team. So the key ins are Milford and Farnworth, and Hughes for the Storm, and a big out is Lodge, who rumours have been circulating. He is now going to be transitioning over to the Knights, apparently. A few of the Knights fans on social media, definitely not a fan of that one there. But look, if I'm going to guess the winner of here, it's going to be Storm. Anytime try scorer, it's going to be Josh Adokar. Might even chuck in Payne Haas, possibly, as a smoky for the Broncos, but yeah, Storm for me. The second game is the Warriors game, but I've already done a preview on that one there, so if you want to check out what I've said and what my thoughts are regarding our team in a more deeper analysis, please feel free to look at my video prior to this one. The third game is the Tigers and the Dragons, and what I've called the Battle of Darwin, and that is the name of the country that the Tigers and Dragons come from. The key ins for the Tigers is James Roberts, a welcomed addition, and Amone, who makes his club debut. That's Tom Amone. And for the Dragons, it's Gerard Beale, who used to play for the Warriors, and the Dragons and the Sharks, and Turek Sims, who comes back as well. A very tough game here, both teams coming from a loss. Dragons coming from a very tight nail biter, and I guess to a degree you can say the same applies to the Tigers against the Warriors. Look, the Dragons here probably have a better sort of attacking team. I'm personally going to be going with the Dragons here to win the game. Anytime try scorers, you can't go past Dane Laurie. And for the Dragons, yeah, we'll give it to Gerard Beale. Third game, the fourth game is Panthers against Bulldogs, and what I've called the $21 bet. Yeah, that's right. Sportsbet have placed this game at $21 for the Bulldogs to win. $21 for them to win. If by any miracle they somehow won, you'll probably be a very rich man or woman. So look, it's a pretty one-sided affair, this one. Hey, I want to go say Panthers. Look, the Panthers virtually have a unchanged lineup, bar Mitch Kenny, and Leota coming back. Hetherington, Josh Jackson, Flanagan, and Tuipulotu Katoa make their appearances for the Bulldogs here. The key outs, I guess, for both teams is Capel not playing and Tione Katoa not playing. For the Bulldogs, again, like I said, Panthers win this game. They might even win this game by 60 plus points, I reckon. That's it for me. We have the Rabbitohs and Eels in the fifth game, and I've called this one here Eels to lose again. Could they possibly lose 2 in a row? They looked a bit shaky against Manly in a game that I tipped for Manly to win. Murray's back in, Hamesele is back in for the Rabbitohs, so that'll add more to their strength and give them more of a base to work from. And the Eels will be with Nukore, who makes his appearance again after the suspension. And RCG is dropped from the team, and from the Eels, and Mansour is dropped from the Rabbitohs. That is due to injury, and I believe RCG is due to suspension. Roosters versus Raiders is what I've dubbed the 2019 Grand Final rematch. Roosters looks very good, very hot in attack. Look, they're a team that's been damaged, but just much like a damaged vehicle that keeps going, you're sort of wondering how it's still going. You've got to admire what they've done, and they're sitting there fancy with 5th at the table, and you can't really complain if you're a Roosters fan. You guys are doing everything bar actually being a top 4 threat, I guess, so to speak. Look, You know, it's great to see. Raiders, they've dropped to 11th now. They quite literally have capsized that boat of theirs. The canoe they used to row is no longer there. They've got in Soliola, Whiten and Rapana, who make a good sort of addition to their team, but against a very strong Roosters team who'll be licking their wounds after their loss against the Broncos at home again. Look, you can't go past the Roosters here. I don't see them dropping 2 games in a row. And then there's George Williams and sort of like the drama surrounding that. He's now no longer part of the team apparently, and a lot of drama in the Raiders camp, and I don't think it does them any good as well. So we might be witnessing the fall, I guess, of the Raiders, and what a sad fall and what a sad sight that is. But our Roosters for me in that game. Then we have here, it is the 7th game, and that is Sharks versus the Titans, and what I've dubbed the Fifita affair, because Andrew Fifita comes back for the Sharks and David Fifita comes back for the Titans. Ramian, Mulitalo, Sean Johnson and Talakai come back for the Sharks. Fifita, Herbert and Ash Taylor make a welcome addition to the team. Look, if you're going based on talent from the people who are coming back in, you're going to have to give this one to the Sharks. Dugan, Haloti being the key outs for him. I mean, Fifita is not a one-man player, but he certainly feels like that's all you need when he sort of does those rampaging runs, right? Making grown men look like little kids the way that they just can't bring him down. So again, with momentum there, you're going to have to give it to possibly the Sharks there for a win. I think they're going I think they go in as the underdogs as well. So that might under the belly, see how they go from there. But look, for me personally, I think I'll be tipping the Sharks for this one here. So yeah, Sharks for me. And then we have the last game, that is game 8, Knights against Manly. Look, if your name is not Tom Trbojevic, then I single-handedly will not believe you are the player that can change a team on its back on your own. Although I'd say Reece Walsh, no, that's just me being a bit biased there, I'll stop there. But look, Knights just not good, not on. You know, staring down the barrel of possibly 3 losses in a row. It's not looking good. No, it's not dandy. No, it's not okay. They're sitting at 12th place against a Manly team that have shot up to 6 and look like a top 4 contending team. They look better than the Rabbitohs. They look better than the Eels. They absolutely caned them. And I've dubbed this as well, best is not enough. And with that, the Knights have Bradman Best, who's back, Kalen Ponga, and Manly have Cernan, and a name we probably haven't heard in a while is George Dalfor, who makes his return to the Manly team. The outs, Blake Green, who has announced his retirement effectively immediately. Again, more news on that tomorrow, fortunately. And then for Manly, their out is Haumole Olakawatu, who had an okay game against the Eels. Probably got a bit too careless at some stages. Physical player nonetheless, learning, still growing, more room to improve there. So that is it for me. I'm going to be tipping Manly. Look, anytime try scorer there, Tom Trbojevic, it's a score there. That's what I think. And yeah, I guess, look, my HTB guarantee for me, the HTB guarantee for me is that the Rabbitohs beat the Eels. There we go. The HTB guarantee is that the Rabbitohs beat the Eels. Get onto that one there. I expect a big cracking game, especially with Latrell Mitchell. He'll be kicking himself with his performance there. Look, sometimes the best way to answer your downfalls is to serve them up big the next time around. So that is it for me. Thank you. Oh yeah, and I'll give you guys a video as well about my thoughts on the Indigenous round and why I think it is just as important to have a Pacifica Māori round as well. And my thoughts around that. And yeah, it's always good to have a discussion, engagement surrounding those sort of topics as well. It's all good for people of all sort of parties to come in and feed in what they think as well. So that's all good. But look, that's HTB done for now. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed my tips. What do you guys think? Comment, like, subscribe, appreciate it. And just remember, if your pick for first time try scorer is gonna drop that ball, what are you gonna tell them? Hold the ball. Take it easy, guys, and I'll see you guys next time.